So today I am in the workshop of the famous Barry Dalton, the antique radio doctor. Now Barry Dalton, if you don't know who he is, he's had a business here in Grants Pass for many years, and he's been repairing these antique radios and antique televisions. And he's got so many of them, he was talking about closing up and getting rid of a few of these TVs and maybe donating some to a museum. And I said, Barry, you got to let me make a video before you do any of that. So Barry, I'm kind of curious, how long have you been doing this for?
Well, for fun, I was playing, I would say about 19, oh gosh, I was about fourth grade when I started ripping into televisions. I didn't know what I was doing, but that's what got me started.
So did you break a few things as part of the learning curve?
I did, yeah.
And you ended up figuring out how to fix them too. Now, looking at some of these TVs, they look extremely old, like this one back here. It says Airline on it. And you were saying that that might be a Montgomery Ward
Yes.
TV here?
Uh-huh.
No kidding.
That's a 7-inch.
7-inch screen.
Uh-huh.
And look at this funny looking thing here. You said that's called a pilot radio.
Pilot.
And
yeah.
they were selling them. They started out, was it $49.99?
I think it was somewhere like that.
Of course, $49 back in that time was probably,
that was
3,000 or something, right? That was a lot of money.
I'll tell you what, it put a lot of hot dogs on your plate.
I'll bet. You've got some old radios here too. There's an old Zenith. What is that? Looks like
that's
it's
right. Yeah, that's
55 to 170 kilohertz and broadcast. Oh, it's shortwave and everything.
Yeah, and it's got
Wow.
it's got 3 different bands on it, I think.
No kidding. And here's a couple more here. We've got a Motorola. That's an old Motorola TV there. There's an RCA Victor. I know that you've got a lot of RCA TVs around here. And now we're looking at another shortwave radio here, multi-band. Look at the size of that thing. Now this this is an interesting radio.
It is really.
It's I know it's very old. It's a Crosley.
Yeah.
I think it's a Crosley 60.
I didn't know I even had it. It was kind of buried all these years.
Yeah. Well, that's probably a collectible. And it looks like we've got another. Oh, this is a Philco here.
That's a Philco.
Wow.
And I think
Boy.
that was a 9. Might be a 7.
7-inch.
Yeah, 7-inch.
I see. Another antique radio here, and it looks like you've got an antique turntable back here too.
Yes, that's a wind-up.
A wind-up. Oh yeah, look at that. It's got a wind-up on the side of it.
No electricity.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a crank somewhere. There's a crank handle on here.
Yeah, right on the side here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a workshop over there. Let's get a shot of some of these other TVs here. Got a bunch of RCA TVs here, it looks like. RCA Victor.
Yeah.
Would you think these are around 1949, you were saying?
Yeah, the one you're looking at right there, that's a 1947.
Uh-huh.
That RCA there was probably about 49, somewhere in there.
This is an Admiral TV here. That's kind of an interesting looking TV. It looks like the whole thing's made of Bakelite.
It is. You're good at it. Yeah.
And then this one back here. What is this interesting looking TV?
Oh, that was a Philco also.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Another RCA Victor.
And they're all pretty much about the same. I picked and saved these ones, the most interesting ones. And,
So, what's interesting, he's got these remote controls on the back here. Here's one here, and this actually would control this radio here. And you were telling me you were able to walk across the street, and it was strong enough to actually.
That's right.
Amazing.
They were real fun. That was about when I was in 5th grade, 6th grade, something like that.
You were saying this one has like a 90-volt battery in it, or had a 90-volt battery in it.
That's right.
That you can't even get at this point. And
Yeah.
it puts out so much interference. If you were to, somebody's listening to an AM radio and you start using that thing, you
Yeah.
probably mess up their reception.
They were if you had an apartment in a great big place, you could mess up a whole lot of people's reception.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've come a long way with transmitters, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's fun to see this old stuff. So now I know you've been making a living by repairing antique car radios. I guess you can call them antique
Yeah.
car radios. And I know you're a little bit tired of it. You've been doing it for many years, and so you're kind of glad to be getting away from it, I take it,
Yeah.
in some ways.
Yeah.
But this is all...
I'd like to sit back and enjoy looking at it without having to be fixing
I
it.
understand.
Yeah.
This has been obviously a labor of love for you. I can see that. You told me you haven't really made a lot of money doing this, but you liked it so much. It was just something you wanted to keep doing.
I sure never
And,
made a lot of money on it.
Yeah,
that's for
no,
sure.
I understand. I totally understand. That's kind of how it's been in my business. And,
Yeah.
you know, in some ways I
True.
regret it in my older years, but I'm probably going to be all right.
Yeah. I can guarantee it for you.
I'm sorry we don't have
That's
the
it.
background all fancied up for you. This is kind of a spur of the moment thing. I was talking to Barry, and I said, Barry, before you bail out, you better let me make a video.
I'm
of your
glad I did.
TVs
Dave.
here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did too. So yeah, this is very neat. Can we take a look at your workshop where you've been
Sure.
all these years, just for the fun of it?
That's my cold shop here.
Yeah.
You can't keep warm in here, and in the summer, you're sweating in this place.
So I see this
Here.
is full of old antique car radios here.
Yeah, and as you can see, I'm not selling very much of them
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, well, you're a rarity. I don't know how many people still restore these old car radios, but you get people mailing them to you from all over the world, right?
Yeah, well, you know, I used to get everybody in town here. I was dealing with guys that were my dad's age,
Uh-huh.
and the dads now are not with us anymore.
Yeah.
And the new kids here, they
You got your wire up there.
yeah. Do
So
you
that's-
still use a lot of wire in making your experiments?
I do.
Yeah.
I never gave up experimenting.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I'm still
Oh.
trying to build things the laws of physics say can't work, but it's fun to experiment.
Yeah, I wanna go.
Do you have a bunch of service manuals still?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Do you?
Yeah, most of my my papers are in here.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Can I open a drawer and just take a peek?
Yeah.
You know, this is just to show what a TV repairman had to have. Just tons and tons of service manuals.
Look,
Oh.
let's go outside and I'll show you what I'm doing.
Okay.
They're sitting out in the rain now.
Oh no.
Well, nobody wants them.
I know. I know. There's another shop I tried to give some away to, and they didn't want them. So here we're looking at one filing cabinet full of service manuals here that are sitting in the rain here, and well, kind of close to the rain anyways. This is what every TV repairman had to have at one point. And you know what? The right person would love these things, but I have to tell you,
Well,
they're hard to get rid of at this point.
I,
Well, I appreciate you letting me look around, Barry, and
oh, thanks.
you've got an interesting history here. Kind of fun to look at your old radios and TVs,
Oh, I'm
and
glad you came to see, and we enjoyed it.
that's an old Motorola, 1949 era, I think.